some simple, good, and effective core strength and stability exercise targeting at least 5 of your core muscles. Out of the 7, we're gonna target 5 of them. Okay, all you need is an anchor right here at your door, above head level is good, with handles preferably, a foam roller, a Bosu ball, if you have it, it'll be ideal. I like a 10, 15, maybe even 20-pound dumbbell. Okay, the first one we're gonna start up here at the anchor. Is gonna be what I call the TRX modification. We do a lot this with the TRX straps, where you're gonna be sideways to your anchor. Outside leg goes back, your elbows goes forward, and all you're doing kind of visualize a boxer doing this, right? Closing. The only difference, they're gonna feel the corner of your back, your one obliques, one of your core muscles, and your lats, the other core muscles. All right. So we're gonna do this for about 20, 30 seconds. So we go like this, and then elbows forward, and it's gonna tail, and then feel like it's gonna take you for a slingshot that way. That's how you know you're at the right spot. If I'm too close, I'm not getting anything. So you need to be far out and just work your way through. Okay, just like that. Okay, same thing on the other side. Again, 20, 30 seconds. The key with this one is to be on the big toe back here, and then the front knee's bent, and you're just gonna go pull. Make sure you lock your hands so you're not pulling with your hands. You're leaning, so you brace and lock in your hands on top of your head, and then you just go that way. You feel the oblique here, the lats over here. Okay, good, good. All right, the next one that we want to address is what I call the Captain Morgan windmill. So pretty much, Captain Morgan, we're gonna turn one foot out like this. This is the side you're gonna punch down towards the ankle. This side, this looks familiar, like if you're familiar with kettlebell workout. This is the one that's gonna work your obliques area and both the lats and the obliques again. So this arm, I like people to rest it here until you get more comfortable, or if you have shoulder history of shoulder injuries. Now this one's gonna feel like you're doing the tricep dip machine, like you do at the gym, like that. But you're gonna do it with this arm, and you're gonna punch down towards the ankle. So you're gonna lock it here, knees bent, and you're shifting your weight as you go down. I'm just facing you guys forward. My foot is turned out this way. This one is turned forward, and then I just punch down and then up. Punch and then break it down. So you feel a little bit of the chest work there, and then a lot through the lats and the oblique corner of the back. You have to hear me refer to the corner of the back. 2, one more. Perfect. Okay, so we do that for both sides. Okay, now moving on to the Bosu. The Bosu, we're gonna do a little bit more stability work this time around. So with this one, you want to be kneeling on top of the dome, right? Your toes, you want to be down for this one for now, because what we're going to be doing is kind of setting up a kneeling push-up. Now, once you set up a kneeling push-up, the way you do it, you set up like this, right? Like your push-up, and then you alternate your knee lift, so your foot lift up to the ceiling. Okay, so let me show you. I'm going to turn this way so you guys can see from a better angle what's happening at the knee level. So this way, there's my kneeling push-up, right? And I'm digging in the knee as I lift. Okay, so we're going to do a kneeling push-up mostly for core stability. Okay, but I want you to feel the part of the core stability, your hip muscle, okay, and your abdominals, of course, and always the one and only that's going to help you with your drive is your lats. Okay, so we're going to set up a kneeling push-up, and then start level 1, and if you feel comfortable, you can do level 2. It's going to mimic the dead bug that you're familiar with if you ever done Pilates or anything like that. So here we go. So we're going to go here. There's my kneeling push-up, right? And then I'm going to lift the foot up. So I'm not kicking back and lifting up and then up. Once you get that concept going, you're able to do that for 20, 30 seconds. Then you lift the opposite arm with the opposing kneecap. Notice how I reach forward. I'm not reaching up. I'm reaching forward. So you feel your lats, your abdominals, your hip. Okay? So that's that one on the Bosu, stabilizing. Okay? We're going to work on some more core stability using the Bosu ball and like a 15, 20-pound weight. And I call this the kayaker because it's the best way to visualize like you're sitting in the on the shell of a kayak, right? Your legs are somewhat extended, not locked, not straight. They're somewhat extended. Your ankles are crossed, okay? And then you're gonna feel like your hips wanting to kind of balance you or stabilize you, but those are your obliques working once we get the weight involved. Now, this is the critical part, and I'm gonna lower this so you guys can see what's happening at the knee. So what's happening at the knee now, okay? There. So what's happening at the knee, I'm keeping the weight here. I'm not bringing it in. I'm keeping the weight out here. So it's not a Russian twist, because the Russian twist is here, right? The kayaker is right next to the knee, and you're turning your palms from here, flip them over, and you see automatically what happens at the hip level, right? And you're working on that shoulder, you know, adduction, or coming across the midline with the elbow straight. So kind of think of coming for your back swing, right? And be able to stabilize, feel the obliques, and then drive to the other side, okay? So we're gonna go thumbs up. 15, 20 pounds will be just the maximum I will go with this one, and really focus on flipping your hands so the weight is in line with your knee, and then let the hips do their thing, okay? And again, we do this 20, 30 seconds each exercise. We'll shoot for 2 sets, okay? 3 if you have the time, but 2 is just the minimum, okay? 2, there we go. And now you're working on stabilizing as you move. So now we're incorporating the midsection and the upper torso with it, okay? The next exercise that we want to work on is the modified abdominal wheel, okay? And you probably remember this from the 80s, the little one wheel that you just kind of roll back and forth. Similar like this, but we're gonna work on stabilizing while working your abdominals. Now, again, your key predominator guy is your lats. So we're gonna engage the lats, and your range of motion is gonna go from your palm of your hand or the heel of your hand to the inside of the wrist. So that's as far as we're gonna be rolling. The hardest part of this exercise is keeping your butt to yourself. So suck the butt under, don't stick it out, because then you do a quadruped more than a kneeling plank, okay? So let's go to the good old abdominal wheel where you would do this and then the wheel will go out and forward, right? Now with this one, it's different. Your toes are on the floor, your knees are on top, your body's under, and I got the heel of my hands here, and I'm just going to where my inside of the wrist is, and then back. Wrist, there's my abdominals, there's my lats. You know you're doing it wrong when you feel the shoulders, okay? So again, here, there's my heel, there's my wrist. Heel, wrist. Wrist is as far as you will go, okay? So you do get a little bit of tricep, but again, you don't want to be sticking out like that, because then you're almost doing like a child pose, okay? Same concept. As always, we're trying to shoot for 30 seconds, 2 sets. If you have the time, you do 3 sets, but at least 2 is the minimum, okay? Now the next one is a stabilizer one, and for that we're going to keep the roller. It's literally a side plank. We call it the sideways runner. So you're going to mimic your running position. You hear my cue that I'm aiming you or cueing you to go from your chest like this, right, to your back pocket, to your butt. So chest to butt, chest to butt, okay? So we're trying to stabilize on the hip, again, one of your core muscles, while we work the other side. So we're gonna work your lats, work your hips, work your obliques muscle. So bottom side is your support side. So you put the bottom ankle on top of the roller, you got your elbow nice and lined up like we know, and then this guy's on the chest, this leg is on the back, and then when he drives forward, that's when I get my hand on the back pocket, okay? So as always, if you feel the top of the shoulder, you know you're out of position, so you need to reposition your body the right way. So it's 90-90, right? And then you're ready to go for 20, 30 seconds. So we're gonna go chest, back pocket, chest, back pocket, chest, back pocket, here to there, okay? Ankle on the roller, there. And you feel the lats, feel the obliques, feel the butt, there to there, okay? Pretty low impact. It gives you the feedback right away when you're doing it right, when you're doing it wrong. If you feel the shoulder or if you feel the back, you're out of position, you need to reposition yourself. Okay, so again, a little bit of strength, a little stability, a little bit of mobility. We're gonna go more into mobility and strength next time around, but try this for now. 2 sets, 30 seconds each. Let me know what you think. Okay, see you guys on the range.